jumping in the they're getting fucking railed.
The kid that was shooting context just got fucking rolled. There's the final piece hits the kill. Careful. Tough to shot gas. I just got reset, but they're down. They're down. I got the Watson. 3 teams. Got one. I just killed that whole team. I'm dead to gas though.
Paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking, locking myself in my home, and I don't wanna go to no parties, little baby, so don't send invites to my phone. She say I'm an asshole for no reason, cause I just wanna be left.
What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Rolly here, back at it again with another video, and in today's video, you get to see a live reaction of me seeing the Caustic Town Takeover trailer. So those of you who don't know already, Caustic is getting his own little area on the map. Water treatment is now under new management, as they teased, and we're going to see the trailer and all the cool changes to that. Also, what you're going to see tied into the other half of today's video is we're going to go over the patch notes. Lots of changes I've seen are being made, and I want to be able to break them down for you guys, understand the pros and the cons for each of them, especially on the competitive side of things and the casual side of things, because casual players and competitive players have two different opinions and play the same game. But anyway, thank you guys so much for the love and support lately. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a thumbs up on it. Like the video. Appreciate it. It's all love and support. I can't explain it enough. Really do appreciate it. And if you are watching my content and you haven't already considered subscribing, please hit the subscription button. Hit the bell notification button so you don't miss a single video. I'll catch you guys later.
Alright everyone, we got the Apex Legends Chaos Theory Collection event trailer. Let's see what that's all about.
In the end,
Got Gas Daddy,
will filter out the weak.
Dead Gibby,
The distance between life and death
a cool crypto
is
skin.
measured by suffering.
Oh, okay. Bangalore heirloom. Alright, alright.
Run, run, run.
A little protective storm dome. Yes, that Loba skin. When I saw the hollow spray for that, I was like, oh, have to have it. Oh god. Oh no. Oh. No. No.
This was an inevitable outcome.
Oh my gosh. The skins are so good.
You believe you don't deserve to die. You overvalue your place in the
Watson.
world.
That's pretty sick. Caustic. Is that a dead Gibby? Yeah, it's dead Gibby. That's a dead Gibby. That might be a skin. Don't know. Crypto. Okay, okay, okay. Like I get Viking vibes off of this skin. I get Viking vibes off this guy. Does a little finisher thing, punches him out. Caustic get a skin. About Bang. Bang get a new skin? I think that's a Bang skin. I think it's gonna be one of those like epic ones. Since it is a collection event. This thing is sick. This is sick. I did see leaks for this, but this is pretty sick. I like the glowing edge blade. I like it's like a curved hatchet kind of deal.
Rings moving, run, run, run.
Projects a dome that protects legends from ring damage. So this is good to res your teammates inside of Storm. I don't think this is good for third partying. I actually completely agree with this. This is going to be so good for third parties to reset and get yourself prepared, especially for teams gatekeeping. I think this is pretty solid stuff. Fuse and Rampart skin with that. Are there aliens inside the back to tanks? That's all. Oh, wait, hold on. There's armor in there. There's armor in there. I wonder if you can open these. I guess that's an access card right there. Maybe you need a caustic to open them. But there is armor and loot inside those. That's cool. Alien inside the tank. Maybe those are the flyers. Biohazard sample. Maybe it's a flyer. Gibby skin. More crypto action. He's getting his face punched in. His hammered in. Loba. This is the Loba skin that I saw in the holo sprays. This skin's so good. I think this is Loba's best skin now. Rampart skin. It's a cool little tribal paint.
Death awaits.
I want nothing to do with this place after the event because this is terrible. Can't stand caustic. No, just no. Just no. Wingman skin. It's pretty cool.
This was an inevitable outcome.
Easy boy. Better look at the Watson heirloom. Or not heirloom, excuse me. The Watson skin. Little knight in shining armor. Pretty sick skin, not gonna lie. Revenant. Go back. Revenant finishing off Wraith. That's tragic. See it. There's a little, all the faces and stuff. This was also in another spray.
You believe you don't deserve to die.
Poor
You
Octane.
overvalue your place in the
Watson
world.
face. Pretty cool stuff, not gonna lie. And then we got the good old patch notes. Let's see if the... Alright, so welcome test subjects, thanks to the power of science. So this is talking about the Nintendo Switch. So Nintendo Switch players, you guys will join the fray when the event starts. It's pretty cool. Caustic Town takeover, the Ring Fury escalation takeover. So I'm assuming zones are faster. You get the heat shield in the survival slot in your inventory. So that's the new slot that is coming. No fill queue option for the Brave, or is it Cocky Solo Legends. This is good. This is a really good thing that they're adding in here. Because everyone is still arguing about whether you should get a disconnect penalty in pubs. In my personal opinion, why are you punishing someone for playing your game? If it's casual, it's not ranked. I get it, it can ruin the experience if you clutch up and your teammate disconnects or whatnot, but you shouldn't be punishing the casual player base by banning them from playing your game. It just doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense, because once they disconnect, they're going back into another lobby. So banning them for 10, 15, 5, 2 minutes, you shouldn't be punishing your casual community for playing the game, because they get banned, then they don't want to play no more. They don't want to sit there and wait 10 minutes to play the game. So having a no-fill, all your sweaty Wraith mains, all your TTVers, whoever you want to put in that group, slap on no-fill. They go in by themselves. They do their 1v3 mess. Good to go. Rewards track, collectible cosmetics, Bangalore heirloom, balance changes, quality of life updates, and bugs. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. So March 9th is when everything happens. Switch players, cross-play supported, so you can team up with your PC friends. Switch players also get 30 free levels to the Battle Pass, just to catch everyone up. And for 2 weeks after launch, they get double XP. They also get this sick Pathfinder skin. I'm actually jealous of the Switch people, because this skin is actually fire. But unfortunately, Apex Legends isn't like Fortnite, where it's cross progression between accounts and platforms. So we miss out on this beauty. Caustic Town Takeover water treatment is now replaced. So the layout isn't too much different from before. You have the stacks, you have the regular stacks. I'm assuming there's going to be a beacon here. Competitive speaking, ship. The jump tower is still there. All that stuff. So the wide open platforms on each side. I'm assuming the supply ship's still going to land here. So nothing too crazy change other than inside the building, obviously. Gas pools, toxic waste pools. I assumed that these were going to be a thing whenever I found out that this was happening. If you happen to notice that Mirage Voyage is missing, you can put the blame on Caustic. The polluted fumes will likely kill the vibe, so Mirage has set sail to take the part elsewhere. That is huge. Mirage zones suck. That is a positive thing for a casual game, and it's positive for the whole map. Thank God they've gotten rid of Mirage Voyage. There's no one spotted yet, but the party boat tends to show up in the arena when you least expect it. So, thank God that's gone. Ring zones for ranked were terrible there. You basically, if you weren't the team camping there the whole time, you were not going to win that. If you somehow got onto the ship and you killed that team sucked. Because there's no reason they should be able to let you onto the boat without them noticing. Heat shields and survival slots. So heat shields during the Ring Fury escalation takeover, all players will start with a heat shield in their inventory on drop. Throw down the heat shield to avoid damage from ring flares or from the ring itself. So, and remember that you can always find more. The loot pool for this event has been tuned to spread heat shields out throughout the map. Heat shields can cast a protective dome, pouring the deadly effect of the ring over the barrier for a short time, enabling legends to loot, revive, and generally makes them amazing outside of the ring plays. Plus, when you're inside the dome, healing items is sped up by 50%, and speed of revives is increased by 25%. This bonus is only given by the heat shields that is active by the ring. Heat shields on standby in the safe zone are conserving energy and do not grant this bonus. But watch out, the heat shields will slowly degrade in power as it's damaged by the ring. The damage of the ring is reflected in the duration, so do not expect to last very long in final rounds. Okay, so what that's saying is that the later in the rounds, the faster the shield goes out. So eliminates the choice between normal loot and situational utilities like mobile respawn beacons and heat shields. I like that change, because a lot of my friends don't carry that stuff. I typically carry it, and I get punished for carrying it, especially when I die, so there's no reason that nobody should be carrying a heat shield. It looks like it stacks here, so you can carry multiple, unless that's just the effect. No reason for not carrying those things, heat shields or the mobile respawn beacons. I'm assuming the beacon is 1, and the heat shields is 2. Ring of Fury will replace duos and trios playlist for the 2-week duration of the collection event. Ranked will not be affected. So I'm sad to see regular trios and stuff go, but it's okay. It's an event. Unlike previous takeovers, Ring Fury escalation takeover, which means that every few days during the event we're going to turn some knobs to crank up the prevalence, timing, and size of ring flares. By the event, you can expect 5 different stages of escalation. Exciting. So ring flares. They haven't said much about that. TLDR, no fill matchmaking. There you go. There's your solution to sweaty teammates DCing. If they want to land by themselves and pub out and make 20 bomb videos, there's your no fill teammates. No reason to be banning your casual player base. Yep. Fill no matchmaking, trios. Unchecking this box and clicking play will send you to a party and filling your team up. Focusing on completing, here's some things that you might want to use no match for. Focusing on completing certain daily challenges, warm up, drop hot, get into a lot of fights. There's your sweaty raid stuff. Challenge yourself. Can you win around of duos alone? How about trios? Experience the latest lore teaser on your own. no longer have to see staycation videos of him trying to convince his randoms to go to certain locations, so he doesn't die trying to get his content, you know? So this is good. Explore the map and experiment with characters you haven't tried before. Take the opportunity to learn a bit about the game at your own pace. Very good stuff, very good stuff. So here's the challenges and rewards to go along with it. You got your character trackers. You got gun charms everywhere. This Gibby one's kind of cool. You have the little eagle charm, correlated diffuse, horizon skin, Eva 8, and I believe Kraber skin. You get little badges to go along with it. Some of these are pretty cool. 1,000 points a day, 25 themed cosmetics. Same thing as the previous event. Revenant, Samurai Givy, Spartan, Centurion, Loba, little Egyptian Pathfinder. Massive skin looks pretty good. Alright, Spitfire skin. Revenant skin looks pretty scary, actually. Bangalore Heirloom. Bangalore Heirlooms have been... this has been leaked a while. But I'm glad all the underappreciated Bangalore mains finally get their heirloom. Shiv, he's probably super excited. I know my buddy Gun6, he's going to be excited for this one. So here's the nerfs and the buffs. We're finally into the meat. Caustic Nox Gas Grenade cooldown is increased from 2.5 minutes to 3.5 minutes. So that's good. And here's why I say that is because of Caustic's abundance. Obviously, if there wasn't a lot of Caustics being played, this wouldn't be necessary, but Caustic's pick rate and win rate and abundance in game now is excessive. You are fighting 2-3 Caustic teams every match, guaranteed. And damage at a flat rate of 5 per tick rather than ramping between 6 and 12. This sucked. This absolutely sucked. You're sitting in gas for 3 seconds and you're up to 12, basically. This sucked. Not very fun at all. So the flat tick rate, I'm fine with it. Sure, Caustic mains are a little upset about it because this is where they got a lot of their kills from. Caustic is brutally effective at slowing down the engagements. The entirety of his kit is built around the gas in large areas. Slow vision is proven to be too oppressive in too many scenarios. I agree. Literally, teams are unpushable with Caustic. He's supposed to slow down the engagements, not stop the engagements entirely. Significantly reducing gas damage without taking it away completely or having it affect armor instead. Seems the fair compromise stays true with the character, making him less oppressive on the receiving end. They'll be looking to change this. I'm sure this might get tweaked in the long run. Pathfinder, removed low profile. Low profile has been used as a balancing tool for both mobile and small legends. Although Path is still mobile, his hitbox is large, which is overall win rate and encounter win rate is by no means low. It's hard to justify keeping low profile on a hitbox of his size. The guy is so tall. If you can't shoot the broadside of a tree, you're just bad at the game. You need to get a little bit better. This is good. Pathfinder mains rejoice. Pathy's back in business, man. He's back in business. Gibraltar removed 15% faster heal while inside Dome of Protection. This is good. This is good, and bad at the same time. For a competitive standpoint, getting that reset is super important. Well, casually too. The Dome of Protection, you basically crack a kid's armor, Gibby throws the Dome Shield down, and instantly you're fighting back another team, so you lose that advantage. So this kind of tunes down Gibby's reset value, because you should be rewarded for the advantages you create. And this basically right here with the fast heal and Dome eliminated those advantages you get for lasering a kid or downing somebody. So this is good and bad at the same time. Good because of it's rewarding you for the advantage you create. Bad because, again, situational when you're getting third-partied or you're fighting in zone. You need that reset. This is pretty bad stuff. Horizon increased black hole cooldown by another minute. This is good. So tired of playing ability legends where horizons are everywhere, black holes are everywhere, arc stars, grenades, caustic gas. This is another good change to what we've been calling ability legends. Tired of the arc star spam. Tired, like, you should. Abilities are there to aid and create advantages, not eliminate gunplay. So this is what they're doing. This is why they did that. I can understand if people are a little upset about it because nobody likes getting their legend nerfed, but this was necessary because of a lot of instances. Revenant Dart gets a buff, it appears. Revenant Silence now disables Mirage, Cloak, Revive, and Respawn, as well as Octane's Swift End. So if you are silenced, you can no longer go invisible when reviving as Mirage, and silencing stops Octane's passive heal. So this is a good buff. But again, it takes skill to silence somebody. You have to get the right trajectory. If you're going to shoot somebody, you have to plan which doors you're going to silence, yada yada yada. So this is a good change. This is a good change. Give Revenant a little tweak. Watson now has a passive shield regain of 0.5 HP, half of Octane's current health regenerate. This is good for Watson. This is a little tweak in the right direction for Watson. Watson mains now, their shield gets a passive healing effect like Octane gets a passive healing effect. Good change for Watson, good change for Watson. Rampart. Explosive damage and cover normally instead of inflicting 200 damage. Explosives damage amped cover normally instead of inflicting 200 damage. Oh, okay. So I think what this is saying is like grenades and stuff where it does like 190 and arcs or whatever. Those are the damage it's doing rather than 200 damage to amp cover. This is just a little Rampart buff. Explosive damage to Sheila normally instead of 175. So again, this is just buffing up her durability of her kit. Walls should be beefy and powerful once built. Before Rampart shipped, we were worried that her nests would be too oppressive, and so we gave the enemy players the option to quickly clear them out with grenades. This wasn't necessary as it turns out, so we are removing increased damage from grenades, the cover, and the turret. Weapon updates. All gold ARs and LGs default optics to 2x bruiser. This is good. Tired of the 1-2 HCOG variables. Stupid. They should remove it off the Mastiff too if it was ever in the cycle. Why it would be on the Mastiff? Terrible. This is a controversial topic that I knew this was coming up. Mastiff. Pellet damage increased from 13, or decreased, excuse me, from 13 to 11, and the fire rate increased from 1 to 1.1. So I've looked at a lot of people's opinions. They are stating that you're no longer getting too pumped. The goal of these changes are to place this weapon's identity between the fast-fire EVA 8 and the heavy-hitting Peacekeeper. Mastiff has consistently been dominant in close quarters combat given its forgiving spread pattern and high damage spikes with each shot. This change reduces the high damage potential in order to limit the amount of 2 pumps players increase on the receiving end. So this is to limit the amount of 2 pumps. So I believe it's 8 pellets, 8 times 11, 88, and that's not being on a reinforced character or a low-profile character. This is still 2 pumpable at blue armor. Blue and white armor you can still get 2 pumped. Purple armor you can't get 2 pumped. Obviously gold and red evo you can't get 2 pumped, but what I'm seeing here, in my opinion with this change, is that it is a stronger EVA 8. It's an EVA 8 that hits higher. I believe the EVA 8 firing rate is just 1 above this. I believe it's 1 above this. And again, shotgun bolts increase fire rate by 50%. I believe it's 50%, 25 or 50%. So depending on the bolt that you put on this thing, this guy's going to go even faster. So, in my opinion, obviously we have to playtest this, so we can't criticize this update too hard because we haven't playtested it yet. But this is what appears to be a heavy-hitting EVA 8. Going from 13 to 11, if you hit all 8 pellets, it's still 88 damage, and it's got a faster fire rate now. So, you won't be complaining about getting 2 pumped, but you'll definitely get 3 pumped. and his fire rate's faster. It's just a heavier hitting EVA 8, in my opinion. But it's a little bit harder to shoot compared to the EVA 8. So it's a good change to what their goal is. But I think the Mastiff's still going to be meta. I still think it's going to be very strong. I think it might even be a little bit stronger. This damage nerf countered with the fire rate nerf might not see much of a difference, to be honest. It might just feel like an exaggerated Mastiff fight even more. Wingman, 1 bullet to every magazine, including the base. So from 5 to 6, 7 to 8, yada yada yada. So the max for the Wingman, I believe, is 9 now. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Hemlock, increased hip fire spread. Glad the Hemlock gets a nerf. Because the Hemlock is still running the map. Not as much as it used to, but getting 2 and 3 bursted is still very annoying. Burst damage from the Hemlock was feeling a little too consistent for an AR that should excel at medium range. This change mitigates the Hemlock's close quarter damage spikes that felt bad on the receiving end. Good, fair, balanced changed. Obviously, it's still going to dominate at that medium range. You could still get 2-3 bursted. So, glad it punishes you for trying to use it up close. Quality of life changes. We've done a pass on loot to bring quality across the map, which maintaining the wooden shacks across the map should have a few more pieces each. So this is buff to the loot on the map. Spider Lake has reduced to medium quality from high. Okay, that's one of the locations. Crash Site has redistributed the loot in the area slightly. The amount stays the same, but the higher loot quality should be in the ship. There you go. Caustic treatment has more loot than water treatment and remains high quality. Okay, there you go. Lock weapon optic swapping. For guns that fully locked, this is another good change. Phenomenal change. I was so tired of picking up those fully kitted weapons during the care package event with the 1-2 HCOG variables. So you can change fully kitted weapons optics. So if you get a fully kitted 301, you can put a bruiser on it, which it's defaulted to that. If you want a 3 times on it, you can put it on there. If you want a 2-4, you can put it on it. If you want a 1 times on it, you can put it on there. And all changes apply to everything but the Kraber. Makes sense. Care package weapon anyway. Assists have been added to the in-game hub next to kills. This has already been presented and ranked, and now has added to unranked. Assists do not distribute or contribute to XP. This has replaced the spectator eye icon. So you don't know if you're getting spectated, but you get to see your assists. Assists and knocks have been added to your squad's banner. That'll show at the end of the game. There you go. Knocks is good because of people complaining about damage and all that stuff. Club names now appear in match summary and champion screen if all players are part of the same club. That's cool. Really get to promote your little clubs. Items will no longer stick to crafting replicator when dropped. That's up there. Okay, so that's when you switch them out and they just drop onto the keyboard or whatever. Nothing too big. Badge progression. For badges that have longer amounts of progress, hovering over the badge will show information. Oh, okay, this is a little change. Nothing too big. Ping my death box. While responding on the ship, you can now ping your own death box to help locate easier. Good change. Gold backpack players being revived by the gold bag will have a crackle of energy based on the tier of armor while reviving is taking place. This will also display the armor healing effects when the revive is finished. This should help players prioritize pushing a revive in progress. Okay, so being res displays your armor with the gold bag. So that's going to increase the amount of thirsting revives. Sick. It's good to prioritize. It's going to suck for the receiving end of things, but we'll see how that goes. Obviously, we have to play test it. Changes and everything could be different just by the way player base plays. PC can now go back to the title screen and switch data centers. Thank God. Grinding ranked and you have to switch to European servers or European to American or Japanese. or Asia servers. This is good, because we're tired of restarting the game when we're trying to grind ranked for 24 hours and we have to switch servers because kids are going to bed, kids are going to school, people are just waking up, yada yada yada. Added numbers to the advanced look controls. This should help experiment and easily revert back to favorite settings. When scanning a beacon for Ring 6, you should now be able to see the location where Ring 6 finishes. I don't think I've gotten ring scans that far, so I don't know what they're talking about there. Inspect relevant. Since the survival slot took its button on controller, we only have so many buttons. Inspect weapon has been moved to an emote wheel by default. It can be bound to any key on PC. The people are upset about this because you can't spam your heirlooms anymore, which is understandable. I get it. But I never really spammed my kunai knife. I don't see many controller players spam it too much. To be honest, I didn't really know you could spam it on controller anyway, but I know PC people do that all the time, so it don't really matter. Bug fixes. Corrected an issue with Gibby not getting hit registration when simultaneously releasing ADS and shooting while his gun shield is up. So that's probably just because it keeps hitting the gun shield. That's just saying when you're quick ADSing, a lot of people do it with the EVA 8 and the Mastiff. You would get no bullet reg, so that's a fix here. Wraith players can no longer cancel into the void by jumping at walls. This is good. This is good. Because most people don't do this intentionally. Usually when they go to cancel their Q or whatever, they'll hit their ultimate or hit their Q again to cancel it. But when you're climbing walls and you're queuing and you're trying to get away and it cancels and you get shot while you're going over the wall, that fucking sucks. You just gotta emote will now work with legendary items. Didn't know that was a problem. Fix the bug where caustic gas to flicker for some players affected by it. Oh, so that's just a visual glitch. Octane repeatedly using the same pad no longer disables double jumps. Players no longer allowed to glide along a wall after using a jump pad. So no more wall running. It's pretty sad, not gonna lie. Crypto animation to bring the drone out is no longer skippable by throwing a hollow spray. I didn't know that was a thing. That's pretty smart. Crypto can no longer teleport to a replicator? What? Reloading the Mastiff in 3030 will no longer be faster while in Crypto's drone. Okay. Fixed few areas where Loba can teleport into... That would get her stuck. Good. Loba's still broken. She's... obviously, again, we have to play test this, but I'm sure there's still parts of the map that she can't go through. That she should. Players can no longer use Sheila to get under the world when placed too close to a phase runner in Olympus. There's no way people are glitching under the map like this still, dude. You guys gotta stop doing this stuff. Horizon, fix the grab lift falling through the floor when used on train tracks in World's Edge Sorting Factory. Using a zip line after a gravity lift no longer increases accuracy. What? You telling me I get extra aim assist if I use the zip line after a grav lift? No shot. Fuse motherload will now damage and destroy jump pads. When under close or under small enclosures, players will no longer be pushed out after motherload. Players can no longer double their grenades after looting a dead fuse death box. Mastiff, dropping and picking up the Mastiff will no longer cause it to be reloaded. Didn't know that was a thing. 33rd repeater, dropping and no longer reload, so you will now have a spread deviation when ADS firing and jumping. So they're changing the spread on it. Fix bug, preventing Steam users from sending friend requests to each other. Usernames now update when user swaps between Origin and Steam clients. Fix bug, preventing players from creating or joining groups due to an EA account already associated with another platform. I've experienced this myself because my emails are the same for my PS4 account and when I switch to PC, so this is cool. And that's all for now. See you in the Legion. So that does it for the patch notes. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. I will be explaining more of these changes at a later date whenever we get to finally play the event. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.